Today we're going to talk about an exercise to help us when we have our pain or our symptoms rising up. So I want you to just get comfortable for a minute, or get uncomfortable is more to the point here. So I want you to feel this feeling, this sensation in your body, where it comes. I assume right now it's flaring up, it's getting strong, it's bothering you. So I want you to just kind of close your eyes and sense where that is. Just sense what it feels like. Okay, take a breath and settle in. I want you to know that there's all kinds of ways to let go of pain. We can distract ourselves and we can go put a better positive substitution in there, right, for our thoughts. But it's going to keep coming back eventually. So the very best way to deal with our symptoms and our suffering and our pain, sometimes we have to distract, okay? And sometimes we have to, do other techniques to lessen it, because it's like a snowball rolling downhill, and it's gotten so far out of control that there's nothing left for us to do at this point but cry or scream or talk it out or distract ourselves or do a technique that helps us in a little way or whatever it is. But the best way and the most longest term way is when the symptom first arises, when it's arising and changing and getting stronger. The first thing we want to do is acknowledge it. You are here. There you are. I feel you. And I want you to not turn away from it. I want you to turn towards it. So turn towards it now. And I want you to just see it. Say to it, I see you. I see you. I acknowledge you. It wants to be seen and witnessed by you. So ask it. Give me more. Give me everything you want to give me. Let me feel you in your entirety. I'm here for you. I'm willing to feel you. And you just sit with it. Now, sometimes this process can take minutes. Sometimes you could sit with it for an hour. Sometimes you may have to sit with it the whole day. And I don't mean you might have to get on with your day, but in your mind, you're with it. Right? You're just moving through your day, but you are in a non-resistance to what is happening. You're completely accepting, acknowledging, seeing it, allowing it to express and to talk. Now, we just feel it, we let it be seen, and we let it be felt. Because trauma that has been pushed down needs to be seen. Okay, that's the very first thing. It needs to be seen, it needs to be heard, and it needs to be felt. It's been suppressed, it's been repressed, it's been pushed down, it's been locked away. And we are often, whenever it comes up, we're fighting it. We're trying to get rid of it. We're trying to push it away. We are trying to make it go away, or we're in resistance saying, I hate you, I wish you would go away. Why won't you go away? So the very first thing we need to do is just see it, acknowledge it, and tell it, I see you. I see you. Acknowledge, I know it's hard for you. I know it must be hard for you to be there and to be hated so much and to not be seen. Once you see it, once you feel it, once you let it give you as much as it can give you of that feeling, I want you to love it and accept it fully. Unconditional, radical love and acceptance. So no matter what, say, I fully accept you. I fully and completely, radically love you. I unconditionally love you, no matter what. I see you. I love you. I accept you. I accept that I feel this way. I might not like the symptom. I might not like the pain, but I accept all these feelings that are coming up with it. Guilt, shame, anger, fear. fear of what's going to happen, frustration of not being able to let it go. I accept you, frustration. I accept you, guilt. I accept you, shame. I accept you, anger. I accept you, grief, loss, and sadness. I see you. I acknowledge you. Not just the physical pain or the physical sensation, but all the symptoms, all the feelings and emotions that are underneath that pain. The loss, the frustration, the fear, the anger, the sadness, the heartbreak, the abandonment. I want you to accept and love it all. I love you. I know that this was hard for you, and I'm going to be here for you unconditionally. I won't abandon you. I won't leave you. I won't push you away or make you shut up or hate you anymore. I know that you're just a child who needs love, acceptance, and eventually guidance. And so now, after that, we're going to get into the third step, which is I want you to ask yourself the question, am I willing to let this go? Am I willing to let this go? And just sit with that and give yourself permission. Of course, the answer is going to be yes, to let it go. And the pain may not dissolve right away. The symptom may not be going away, because it's the manifestation of all those emotions, right? Are you willing to let go of shame? Are you willing to let go of the anger, of the frustration, of the need to fix it, of all the hurt, the guilt, the loss, the story? Are you willing to let it go? See, it goes deeper than just, am I willing to let this symptom go? It's like, am I willing to let the loss, all the grief, all the pain, all the suffering, all my frustration, all my anger, all my self-hatred, all my self-criticism and judgments, am I willing to let go of this story, of this part of my life, as this part of my identity, as this part of my worldview, right? The worldview that says, I can't do this, or I can't get over this. Right? Am I willing to let these feelings go? We're not resisting them. They are all coming up. All those emotions, thoughts, feelings, they're all coming up, and we're just gonna let them be. We accept them the way they are. We let them be. And all we need to do is ask, am I willing? Am I willing to let them go? Just like, I love you. I love you. And talk to yourself. I love you, Lisa. Say it to yourself. Say your name. Love you. I accept you no matter what. I will not abandon you. I will not leave you. It's okay. You're doing a good job. It's okay. These are human emotions, thoughts, and feelings. And I allow them now. I allow it. It's okay. You don't have to keep fighting, to push them away, to change it, to make it better. It's hard. Let the resistance of that go. And now, am I willing to let this go? Am I willing? And just sit with and open up to the possibilities and the willingness of like shifting. Okay, and now here, the final step is the action. What can I do right now to move myself a little closer to health? Maybe that looks like going for a walk or drinking a smoothie or having a juice or doing something loving for yourself, taking a bath, taking a nap. Am I willing to take action? How can I move myself a little bit more towards health, a little bit more towards a healthy, healed, vibrant life? How can I move a little bit more towards self-love, self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, a better state than this all-consuming judgment, criticism, victimhood that I've been sitting in. Because if you are willing, and I know the answer was yes, and the next step after that is action. What can I do now consciously to move myself there a little bit? What would help me? Maybe it's just these little things that you could do for yourself, little self-care practices, like a bath or a heating pad or a tea or whatever. And maybe it's deeper. Maybe it's what action could I take? I could journal about my deep loss or my deep grief. I could talk to somebody about it. I could forgive somebody. I could tell somebody something that's been bottled up in me, right? Maybe it's that you could just do something more joyous. You could laugh. You could call someone you love. You could play with your children. You could play with your pets. You could play with your dog. You could give love. Like, I don't know what you can do in this moment, but you have so many things that you could do, and just takes one step. What can I do right now, right? So are you willing? You sit with that. If the answer is yes, and I know it will be, then the second follow-up question is, what can I do right now to change my state, to move towards the feeling and the life that I truly do want? Without judging what's there, without resisting what's there, without trying to make it go away. What can I do? I see you. I feel you. I accept you. I love you. It's okay. I'm not turning you off. I'm only just bringing you with me. I'm bringing as a step. It's like taking a child who has had a tantrum, who is crying, who you're sitting with, you're seeing, you're acknowledging, you're loving, you're listening to. Then you're asking, are you willing to come back out into the other room? Are you willing to try to change? You take it by the hand. You're not saying, now turn off all these feelings and don't feel them anymore. You're saying, come with me. You take that child's hand, you bring it with you. You're bringing these feelings, these thoughts, this acceptance that it's okay, this acknowledgement with you. It's okay. You don't have to fight it or change it. You're just going to start to do something different. You're going to lay a new pattern in your brain by choosing something different. So you're choosing not to wallow, not to be the victim, but you're choosing to take steps to empower yourself, steps to move towards the life you want, while acknowledging what is the reality right now. So there's no resistance, and there's no like, I'm going to make you go away by doing this. That's really counter. There's a subtle difference. It's like, I acknowledge you, I see you, and I know, and I accept what is in the moment. I accept what is. It is. I'm not going to try to change you or force you or make you go away. I know I can't, and I don't want to. You're here. And you have every right to be here because you are. But consciously, I choose to move in this direction, and I'm bringing you with me. I'm guiding you. I'm helping you. I'm holding your hand. I'm encouraging you. Look this way. Just a little shift. Move right instead of left. Move up instead of down. Open instead of close. It's these little shifts that make a huge difference every time we're having pain. Every time we're having symptoms, we feel the pain. We feel the symptoms. We acknowledge them. We don't fight. We don't beat ourselves up. We don't judge. We don't criticize. We feel all that frustration and the anger and the sadness and the loss. We love it. We accept it. We ask, am I willing to let go? Am I willing to let go of this burden, this heaviness, this pattern, this story of this identity? And then we ask finally, what can I do to take one step right now in the direction that I want to go? And then you do it with all of that open and loving, accepting quality. You move into a better thought field, into a better state, into a more productive activity or thing that you can be doing with your life, for your life. And you acknowledge, yes, I'm proud of you. You've done a good job. You're doing a good job. This is how we change patterns. This is how we do it slowly together, all at once. We consciously acknowledge what we want and what we don't want, but we don't suppress, we don't push down, we don't reject anything that is happening. We fully see it, acknowledge it, and accept it. And then we bring it with us as we choose something different. We say to that little child, come on, let's go do this. I love you. And soon enough, that little child is doing something, or laughing, or playing, or smiling. And that's what we're doing for your own inner child. That's what we're doing for our own inner child. We are lovingly, with our full unconditional love, acceptance, and presence, choosing to be with it, to love it, but to choose something different, to just make a choice. So I hope this video has been helpful. I hope you've gotten something out of it. I really, really urge you to practice it, not just to hear it, but to go back and listen to these steps and practice this as your symptoms or pain arise. It's small shifts that get us towards health. It's small shifts that move us, that lay these new patterns, right? The letting go happens not all at once, but in incremental shifts, and you can do this. So practice it, and I will see you in the next video.